Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Daniel Jones and the New York Giants taking on Cooper Rush and the Dallas Cowboys.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Tonight, we wrap up Week 3 with a good Monday nighter here between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Here come the Giants, led out by their former 6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019. Daniel Jones under center.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now Jones. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. The 6'3" QB from Central Michigan leading him out there, and that's Cooper Rush.
Brandon, I know he isn't at the status of some of the elite names in this league, but I do know he's an absolute fighter because he's heard all the criticisms. He's read the articles that say he isn't good enough to be the starter, and he absolutely does not care. All he wants to do is prove every doubter wrong and show that he belongs in this spot.
Rush's throw there caught by Gallup. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
When the Dallas Cowboys traded Amari Cooper, it was certainly a sign of the faith that they have in Michael Gallup to step up and be that type of weapon across from C.D. Lamb. He hit 1,100 yards back in 2019, but missed half of last year with a pair of injuries. He steps up here and moves the chains.
Throwing here, Rush. Escaping the pressure right. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Jones finding Tony for a Giants first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
He's going to wind up and air it out. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker, and they are going to set up shop at the 40. Not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 catches, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
4 yards the pickup, first down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Back to throw, Rush. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. And he's going to get this down near the 25. The Cowboys at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Again, it's Elliott. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Elliott will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And New York set to take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Returnable here from the 38. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now Rush. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Rush to throw. That is caught by Lamb. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 24-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Rush. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Rush. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. 2nd and 1 from the 2. Off the play fake. Rush to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Back to throw. Jones. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Jones on 1st and 10. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, it's Galladay. What a catch. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second down and 3. Back to throw again. That's complete to the tight end, Akins. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw again. To the right and complete to Galladay. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Throwing again on second down. Jones. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. He'll buy some time right. Touchdown! Sterling Shepard. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. Dallas offense set for this next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
60 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the bootleg. Rush. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. On 1st down, Rush. That's Gallup on the slant. He's got room at the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Throwing on 1st down. Rush. He finds his man complete. It's Schultz. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Rush. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit that to the former Georgia Bulldog, Azeez Ojulari getting in there to bring him down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Rush's throw hauled in by Washington. And he is out of Brian Dable reaching for that challenge flag, and he's going to have the officials review this call. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So on 4th down, on comes the Dallas kicker, Brett Maher. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. The kick by Maher is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The possession switching back to the New York Giants. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Now Jones. Throwing on 1st down. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones working the middle, and he's got it complete to Akins, the tight end. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Jones.
That's complete to Tony.
And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Back to throw, Jones.
Right back to Tony. He's got another one.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw, Jones. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Neville Gallimore powering his way in and burying him. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Here's Jones throwing on 3rd and long. That's caught by Galladay. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Jones will try and run with it.
Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere.
And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley,
his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year,
as they have taken the lead.
Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Extra point try good by Gano, and the lead is now 14-10. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told.
And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field.
They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. inside give to Elliott. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Rush. Left side to Lamb. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Gano for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. Few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 2nd and inches, rush. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Rush's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Looking to throw again on second down. Rush. He finds his man. Complete. It's Schultz. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. Rush. He finds his man. Complete. It's Schultz.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the 41, Rush, complete to Washington.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A give to Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Rush.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The throw over the middle taken in.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Elliott. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Pollard.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
This is 3rd and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. Off the play fake. Rush. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Jake Ferguson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score.
No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From the 6.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Jones.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jones throwing deep for Galladay. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Kenny Galladay.
55 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead.
This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Gano the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it's capped off by the touchdown from Kenny Golladay.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
Rush's throw pulled in by Lamb.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Here's Elliott.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They go to Elliott again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
118 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles.
On 1st and 10, Rush.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 26. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Rush.
That's caught again by Schultz. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down, Rush. That's caught once again by Gallup. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Again, it's Elliott. But he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Rush. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Kayvon Thibodeau in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. So his first sack of the game at CD, not his first of the season. He has shown an ability to get after the quarterback here early in his rookie year.
Yeah, and that just goes along with everything else we already knew about him. We knew his ability to tackle and to make plays behind the line of scrimmage. But any kind of pass rush you get almost seems like a bonus. I think they'll use him that way a lot more moving forward.
The kick by Marr is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They were losers last week to Carolina, but they've got the lead here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing Jones. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Can't go with a quicker guy and sometimes even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. Now Jones.
Going right back to Galladay. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Jones.
A quick pass here. He's got Shepard. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll just get rid of it. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Operating from the gun. Jones.
That's to Galladay, and he's got it. Touchdown, New York. Kenny Galladay with his second touchdown of the night. And the Giants look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead now up to 14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 138 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Quincy Roche there on the stop.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Throwing here, Rush. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Back to throw, Rush. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. To throw again on 2nd down. Rush. That one complete to Elliott. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
A first down carry by Elliott. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Rush to throw. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Rush. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. First and goal.
Elliott will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Marr on for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And we see James. He will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. There's the big free agent acquisition by the Giants. Kenny Golladay leading this offense back out.
When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a two-way conversation, because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seeing the payoff. Getting the ball to that guy means yardage, and as we've seen, touchdowns in this game. So I think both of them get more and more excited about the possibilities as things continue on.
Yeah, so far it's been over 100 yards and the 2 scores.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Jones hit and the ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Marr now to add the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter.
And we see James. He will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
And now out come the Giants.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. They begin with a run by Barkley, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll go to Barkley again. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. The Giants on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Jones to Barkley on the check down. So no gain on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. Ooh, with a juke. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Now Rush. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 41, Rush. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They run here with Rico Dowdle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about. And
that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jake Ferguson, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. So what a comeback here. They looked like they might be down and out not too long ago, but they have rallied back to take a 4th quarter lead.
And I think we've got to give them nothing but credit for figuring things out on the fly, because mentally they were on the ropes ready to go, and they hung in there. They made some changes and adjustments, and that led to some big plays, and it turned this game on its ear.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
And New York set to take the field.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
53 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Again, it's Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Operating from the gun, Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Jones.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Looking to throw. Jones.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game.
Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
They have 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Here's Brian Anger now. as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. So now Jones and the Giants down by 7. A minute 35 to go. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10.
To throw is Jones. Complete to Akins.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Now Jones.
He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Here's Jones. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
Steps away.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
A 4th down. They felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the 2nd quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
And now here come the Cowboys. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Cowboys, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season.
And they will head home for next week's contest. That is against Washington.
Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.